Let's see what's been in the news for the past week. But first I want to say thank you to my subscribers because you guys encourage me to continue making these videos. So, notifications. Are you ready to take? Blues lost to the Colorado Avalanche 2-4. Alright, news. What new project did comedian Dave Chappelle announce this week? A historical film, a podcast, or a Broadway musical? I was gonna guess a Netflix special. Okay, don't wanna guess a historical film because he's a comedian and it's possible, but it's not likely. As likely. A podcast, from what I hear, there's a lot of comedians starting podcasts now. And a Broadway musical, I don't know how he is with singing. So I'm gonna go with podcast. Oh, it was right. 53% got this right. I was not thinking I was gonna be right on that. Thought it was gonna be a surprise answer. It was learned that a man in Italy did what for 15 years straight? Grew his beard, skipped work, or avoided pasta. I'm gonna say it's either A or C. I'm gonna say C because I think it wouldn't be worded that way. The question wouldn't be worded that way. Skipped work, that makes no sense. Okay, I have to see that. 51% got this right. In a hip London neighborhood, Amazon plans to open a high-tech hair salon, taxi service, or fish and chip shop. Okay, for Amazon, I'm going to guess taxi service? I don't know. Hair salon, alright, 40% got this right. Alright, let me see, I got it. This seems unreal, not realistic. A new study using a simulated Tyrannosaurus rex model suggests the fearsome dinosaur moved very slowly, moved very quickly, does not like being simulated. Okay, A or C. I'm thinking in movies they seem to generally run not that quick, so I'm gonna say maybe it was a surprise learn. Slowly, okay. 51% got this right. Well, that's what, they kinda seem to in movies. I don't know. Which airline recalled all its pilots from furlough and announced plans to hire more? American, Southwest, or United? I'll go with United. Maybe South. Okay, my second guess was Southwest, so I was wrong on both. 38% got this right. Which heavy-hitting boxer will reportedly fight YouTuber Logan Paul this June? Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, or Floyd Mayweather Jr.? I'm amazed I've heard of all of them. I've never heard of Logan Paul, though. Alright, I'm gonna go with A or C, so I'm gonna choose A. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Hey, I was at least right that it was A or C. 40% got this right. A woman in Florida narrowly escaped serious injury when she was hit by a flying turtle, hubcap, or baseball. I'm gonna go with B just because of my dad. Turtle. 39% got this right. Okay, I don't want to know. What was NASA's Perseverance rover able to successfully manufacture on Mars? Telescope, breathable air, Perseverance mini rover. I'm gonna say A. Seems less complicated than C, so it should start with that. Breathable air. Okay. That doesn't make sense to me. 52% got this right. In a Netflix show just renewed for a second season, adults compete in which kids game? Sharks and minnows, hide and seek, the floor is lava. I don't know what A is at all. I'm gonna say C just because of community. I like it. Oh, dude, that's actually right. 43% got this right. Interesting. Speaking of game shows, a fan petition launched which PBS presenter to a hosting turn on Jeopardy? LeVar Burton, Rick Steves, Bill Nye. I don't know who Rick Steves is. I'm gonna guess LeVar Burton. Oh wow, it's right. 50% got this right. Better luck next time. You got 3 out of 10. Well, that was interesting. The Mars rover had to separate oxygen atoms from carbon dioxide molecules, so when you say it that way, it makes more sense to me. Amazon's hair salon is an experiment so they can test augmented reality stuff where customers can try different hairstyles and hair colors to see what they'll look like on them. And the guy who hadn't been going to work for 15 years, that's pretty much when whatever job started, so he had never gone to that job, basically. And there's managers that are also arrested. And then Microsoft had a poll to ask if you thought you could get away with not going to work for 15 years, and 90% of people said no. Alright, do strike tasks. Miss Miracle. At age 5, she was the biggest star in the world. Know her story? Oh, Shirley Temple. Okay, I've heard of her. And then she went into, politics. And, oh, she 2014. Daily poll. I like the daily poll. It's peanut butter jelly time, but on what? Oh, wheat, definitely. Iron and fiber. Yeah, I know. Test your smarts. Okay. Oh, this is the news quiz. Yeah, I'll have to... Alright, I have to not take the news quiz from notifications. I have to do it from this thing. And on my playthrough, I got 9 out of 10, so there's one that I forgot what the correct answer was. Oh, okay, now. Yeah, I'm back to 5 days because I did miss a day. I missed my streak. A house of grand scales. Casa Batlló in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. We're visiting this scaly structure in Barcelona for the Feast of St. George. In legend, George saved a princess from a velociraptor, dragon, or sea serpent. My first guess would be dragon, however, I want to try sea serpent and see. Dragon, dang! I would have been right too. 89% got this right. In the English-speaking world, George is widely known as England's patron saint, but he's also the patron of Catalonia, where he's known as Jordi? The real George was a Roman soldier in the 3rd century Middle East. It's not clear how the dragon myth arose, but it later spread to Europe via returning crusaders. Who designed Casa Batlló and many other whimsical buildings in Barcelona, Spain? Frank Gehry, Salvador Dali, and Tony Gaudí. Alright, I'm done with C. I can't believe I was right. 64% got this right. I guessed him because he's like the one I've heard of the least. Gaudí's free-flowing works can be found peppered across Barcelona. Born in Catalonia, Gaudí studied in Barcelona and went on to construct some of the city's most iconic buildings. His masterpiece, the unfinished Sagrada Familia, is the most visited monument in Spain. It's slated for completion in 2026, a century after Gaudí's death. Okay, question. His masterpiece, the unfinished Sagrada Familia, and yet it takes a century for them to finish it? It's slated for completion. I wonder what happened. Alright, next. Catalonia Catalonia also celebrates World Book Day today in honor of Spain's most celebrated author. Who is it? Miguel de Cervantes, Humberto Eco, George or Jorge Luis Borges? Okay, so it's not A, right? I'll go with C. It is A. 66% got this right. Spain's Miguel de Cervantes is best known as the author of Don Quixote, considered one of the first and most important novels ever written. According to tradition, April 23rd, 1616 is his death date, as well as William Shakespeare's. In both cases, historical analysis suggests that the date is a bit off, but Book Day remains a big deal in Catalonia, where citizens often give each other books as gifts. Didn't he write other stuff and people said that his other stuff wasn't that good? Get your score. Better luck next time. You got 1 out of 3. What are baby rabbits called? I am not going to click on those because they make the videos too long. I can do that next year. Miguel de Cervantes didn't get a lot of recognition and financial support from a lot of his works, but that doesn't mean that he was not a good writer. Just bad memory on my part. The Sagrada Familia began construction in 1882, and there were lots of reasons for delays over time. It passed the midpoint of completion in 2010, but it was expected to be completed in 2026, but that's been delayed because of the pandemic. Being quote of the day: even dragons have their endings. J.R.R. Tolkien, English writer and scholar. Dragons. Then let's do word of the day. Oh, I have to click on it. Bardolatry. Noun: humorous. Excessive admiration of Shakespeare. Why does it say humorous? What does that have to do with anything? It's a humorous noun? Is it not real? Dichotomy, rusticate, persnickety, meadow, plethora, sonorous. Now, I am going to go back to the main page and not focus on random word. I want to read the paragraph. We're looking at the rooftop of Casa Batlló, a 6-story building, dang, in the center of Barcelona, topped with colorful scales. What brings us here? Well, here in the Catalonia region of Spain and in several other locales from England to Ethiopia, it's the Feast of St. George. You know George, or Geordie, I'm just gonna go with Geordie, as the Catalans call him. He's the knight who, legend holds, saved a much-loved princess by defeating a fierce dragon. It's said the tower jutting from the casa's tilted tiled roof represents George's lance thrust into a monster's scaly back. George is Catalonia's patron saint, but the designer of Casa Batlló's facade could be called the land's patron architect. Antoni Gaudí designed several buildings around Barcelona in matching fashion, bold fairy tale designs with curvy construction and vibrant colors. Gaudí's long unfinished masterpiece, the famous Sagrada Familia Basilica, is set to be completed in 2026, a century after his passing. Okay, so I thought that was very interesting. I like the image for today, and I hope you have a good day, and see you later.